I am Urooj, instructor at JCT Multan. Welcome to another exciting discussion where we will explore a skill we are use every single day. Negotiation. Whether it's
Why?
bargaining in a market, discussing deadlines at work, resolving conflicts at home, or simply trying to get a better deal, negotiation is an art that can transform our personal and professional life. Today, we will dive deep into practical strategies, psychology, and real life examples to help you master this essential life cycle skill. Let's begin. Hello, Maya. What exactly is negotiation and why is it important in everyday life?
Negotiation, at its core, is just a conversation aimed at reaching an agreement. It's about figuring out how to get your needs met while also respecting the other person's. And it's way more present in daily life than people realize. It's not just haggling over prices. It's deciding who does what, chores, what movie to watch, or even just figuring out a compromise with a coworker. It's important because honestly, rarely do things just fall into place exactly how you want them to. Being able to negotiate effectively means you're better equipped to handle disagreements, build stronger relationships, and ultimately get more of what you want out of life.
Okay, what are the most common situations where people unknowingly negotiate daily?
Honestly, tons. People are negotiating all the time without even realizing it. Like deciding where to eat with your friends is a negotiation. Everyone has preferences. Even a parent asking a kid to do their homework is a negotiation. Whether it's a direct do it now or if you finish your homework, you can have screen time. At work, asking for an extension on a deadline or even just trying to get your ideas heard in a meeting, negotiation. Basically, anytime you're trying to influence someone to see things your way or reach a compromise, you're negotiating. It's built into social interaction.
Okay, what mindset should a person have before entering any negotiation?
Good question. I think a solid mindset is aiming for a win win, not just a win for yourself. It's not about dominating the other person, it's about finding an outcome where both sides feel like they've gotten something valuable. You should also go in prepared to be flexible and listen, really listen to the other person's needs and concerns. Maybe most importantly, know your walkaway point. What are you absolutely unwilling to compromise on? Knowing that ahead of time keeps you from agreeing to something you'll regret later. It's about feeling good about the process and the outcome, even if you didn't get everything you initially wanted.
Okay, how does body language influence the outcome of a negotiation?
Oh, body language is huge. It's sending signals whether you realize it or not. Maintaining eye contact, but not staring, that's just creepy, shows confidence and sincerity. Open posture, like uncrossed arms and legs, signals you're receptive and approachable. Mirroring the other person's body language can build rapport, subtly making them feel more comfortable. But you also gotta, watch for their cues. Are they fidgeting, avoiding eye contact? That could signal discomfort or dishonesty. It's like a silent conversation happening alongside the spoken one. People often trust their gut on these nonverbal cues, even if they can't articulate why.
Okay, how can someone prepare effectively before negotiating?
Preparation is key. First, do your research. Understand the other party's needs, their motivations, and what they might be willing to concede. Know your own bottom line. What's the absolute minimum you'll accept? Also, brainstorm potential solutions and compromises beforehand. Don't just focus on what you want, think about what the other person wants and how you can create value for both of you. Practice your opening statement. And finally, think about potential objections they might raise and how you'll address them. Being prepared makes you feel more confident and less likely to be caught off guard. It's like going into an exam. You want to have studied, right?
Okay, what is the difference between winning a negotiation and reaching a win-win agreement?
That's a really important distinction. Winning a negotiation traditionally implies one side gets everything they want, and the other side concedes. It's competitive, can be a bit cutthroat, and often leaves the losing side feeling resentful. A win win agreement, on the other hand, focuses on collaboration. Both parties feel like their needs have been met, even if it meant compromise. It builds trust, strengthens relationships, and is more likely to lead to a lasting positive outcome. So, winning might get you what you want in the short term, but a win win builds long term value and rapport. It's about creating, not conquering.
Okay. Why do people often feel anxious before negotiating and how can they overcome that fear?
Anxiety before negotiating is super common. I think it stems from a fear of conflict, of not getting what you want, or damaging the relationship. People worry about saying the wrong thing or appearing weak. To overcome it, preparation, like we talked about, is huge. Knowing you've done your homework can boost your confidence. Also, reframing the negotiation as a problem solving exercise rather than a battle can help. Focus on finding mutually beneficial solutions. Practicing relaxation techniques like deep breathing or mindfulness beforehand can calm your nerves. And remember, it's okay to take a break if you're feeling overwhelmed during the negotiation itself. Not a sign
Okay.
of weakness, it's a sign of self awareness.
Okay. How can someone handle
Hold on, just quickly.
aggressive negotiators?
Okay, that's the tough one. First, don't match their aggression. Responding with anger will just escalate the situation. Take a deep breath and stay calm. Try to understand the root cause of their anger. Are they feeling unheard, threatened, or pressured? Acknowledge they're for something you haven't done wrong. Firmly, but politely, restate your position. Setting boundaries is crucial. You can say something like, I'm happy to continue this conversation when we can both remain respectful. If it gets completely out of hand, it's okay to pause the negotiation and revisit it later when emotions have cooled down. Sometimes just walking away temporarily can be the most effective tactic.
Okay. What strategies work best when negotiating in the workplace?
Workplace negotiations are a bit different. Focus on data and logic, not just emotion. Frame your requests in terms of how they benefit the company, not just yourself. This will increase efficiency, or this will improve team morale is stronger than I want this because it will make my life easier. Be collaborative, not confrontational. Look for opportunities to create win win solutions that align with company goals. Build relationships with your colleagues and managers. Trust goes a long way. Don't be afraid to ask for what you deserve, but be realistic and professional about it. Knowing your worth and presenting it confidently is key.
Okay. How can parents negotiate effectively with their children?
Negotiating with kids is a whole other ball game. The key is to make it age appropriate. With younger kids, it's about offering limited choices. Do you want to wear the red shirt or the blue shirt? Rather than open ended questions. Explain your reasoning in simple terms so they understand why you're setting certain boundaries. Focus on fairness and consistency. Avoid empty threats and follow through on consequences. Acknowledge their feelings, even if you don't give in to their demands. I understand you're disappointed, but the answer is still no. And as they get older, involve them in the decision making process to teach them negotiation skills themselves. It's about guiding them to become reasonable, respectful negotiators.
Okay. Finally, what simple daily practices can help anyone become a good negotiator over time?
Consistency is really what builds skill here. First, practice active listening. Really hear what people are saying, not just waiting for your turn to talk. Second, try to see things from other people's perspectives. Empathy is a superpower in negotiation. Third, look for opportunities to practice negotiating in low stakes situations, like deciding what to watch on TV or splitting a bill with friends. Reflect on your past negotiations. What went well? What could you have done differently? And finally, read up on negotiation tactics and strategies. It's a skill like any other. The more you work at it, the better you'll become. It's about making it a habit, not just something you do when a big negotiation comes along.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us in this powerful conversation. Today's talk reminds us that negotiation isn't about winning arguments, it's about understanding communication and creating value for everyone involved. When we learn to stay calm, listen deeply, express clearly, and aim for win win situations, our relationship, finances, and opportunity all improve. This is Urooj Islam signing off. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember every conversation is a chance to negotiate wisely. Allah Hafiz.
Oh, all right. That was a good chat, Rouge. Have a good